But
I'm fed up with everything. I want to do tableau rase, and this is not working out, this story of ours, is it? Go on for years and years and years.
what
like
do you
this.
mean?
This procès, it's just not life, you know.
Whom do you say that? Tell that. But what about
I
the
would like to
Volvo?
just get rid of everything, sell the house, fuck off somewhere else, leave the region,
Yeah,
and start something new somewhere else.
I'm ready for an amiable,
I don't want
but
to.
I don't.
This is too sad to live here.
I don't go into
When
the.
your family comes here, they're very nice and polite and everything, and they like it, and they.
And are you sure you can't repair the mast?
What?
You are sure you can't repair the mast?
If it's bent, you can't repair a bent mast.
Did you ask somebody who
I
can?
know about that. A bent mast on a boat that size, on a dinghy or a beach boat, you just bend it. But a big one you can't.
Why did you take it away then?
Because somebody would probably take it. Because somebody would probably take it away anyway. With all these people, Saint-Tropez, they're all on. Have you been there? They're all on the anchor. These boats, spectateurs.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are competitors. And these are people who know about boats, and they see that and go.
But if they know and it's not repairable, they will.
Somebody could try, but for me it's no good.
Where is the mast now?
It's been hidden away in the bushes somewhere. I don't tell anybody where it is, so I don't want any problem with it. And anyway, what happens in weeks and months' time, I don't know, it's so slow, the whole thing. They're supposed to take the boat out of the water this week, they didn't take it out of the water, so now they say they can't take it out of the water because Saint-Tropez, they're not allowed to.
Yeah.
So when it comes out, and the insurance expert comes along and has a look, he sees what's wrong, and then they try to value the boat as it is. But I think they give me nothing. Also,
where is the assurance?
Also, why? Because the témoin who saw everything happen, very nicely written out a témoignage. It's all been sent in writing in manuscript, everything fine, with photos and everything.
The one at Volko's place?
Yes. Now he is being asked to produce his carte d'identité. And he refuses to.
But that's normal for témoignage, it has to be.
Is not worth anything.
I know,
so
it needs to.
The témoignage is worth nothing.
A copy of.
And the other man, the skipper of the other boat, he's given his rapport de mer. It's very different to what the témoin said. It's
Which
full of lies.
the skipper who
did the damage?
Who rented the.
Who did the damage?
Who did the damage?
He's the problem. He's of course trying to deny it's his fault. He says he didn't recognise the boat when he saw it on the rocks the next morning. They went to have a look. He couldn't recognise it, he couldn't see the name. And I'm sorry, but when you spend an hour at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, they spent a whole hour trying to untangle the chains and the ropes. He described it in great detail. He says he couldn't see anything at night, and he didn't know which boat it was.
But perhaps.
C'est pas moi qui l'a fait, he says.
And what is the assurance saying to
the insurance? Well, now there's going to be a long discussion between the two insurance companies. It's all happening in Paris because there's a special. These people in Saint-Tropez are completely useless. They're just taking money, you know. I mean, agence, voilà, vous voulez assurer ça, voilà, assurer ça. Most people don't have problems, and when there's an accident, and it's complicated like that, the dossier goes up to a special department in Paris. And they send an expert down and he goes, bon. And then they decide. But I've been told by the insurance, I've been told by the police, it will take many, many months before they come to the end of it. police even said there's an enquête policière on that. They said it might even take years before you get an answer.
And to whom do you sell the Citroën?
The Citroën goes to a young man from Lamour, Garde Freinet. Who then wants to use it in the country, often off the road. And he's gardien, has lots of land, and he wants to carry wood in it, and just to use it like that.
And Hugh James, he
It's a
gives
shame,
you then
because that car is worth repairing, but
what is wrong with it?
it needs all the suspension repaired, the 4 tyres changed, it needs the seat repaired, it's broken. There's a drive shaft thing that has to be taken off and changed. It's expensive. And there's a hole in the floor, it has to be welded, la rouille. And lots of little things that don't work. The suspension thing under the floor makes a horrible noise, it has to be changed.
And Hugh James really gives you
He gave me, yes, and if you really
the
are worried
Volvo,
about
how old
that,
is
he
the
will give me
Volvo?
a letter, and I'll have to do it in French, for all these bloody lawyers and people to prove that he gave it to me
for nothing.
for nothing, gave it away.
From what year is that?
If you like, I've got his phone number, you can ring him up in England, or you come and see him, he's coming down next week. Susie is there now. You go and talk to them. They're not going to tell you stories.
But Bengt did,
Huh?
Bengt is a false person, He
Why?
gave you the name, he gave his name.
Because
To
he
the
accepted
things.
to. I asked him to do that.
And why did you do that?
Because I didn't want you to make stories around everything. You made
What
stories.
stories? But it's normal that you have to share what
know,
is in
but
the marriage.
do you
You
know,
have to share that.
Do you know what?
It's in the law.
The Escondite story been going on for years and years and years.
That's also
I
disappeared.
insist, and I keep telling you, I've been telling you for years and years, and you keep on questioning me. You say I bought it back, and I've done magouille and this and that. I've promised you, I have sold that boat to Alain Amor in 2000 and, forgotten now, 3 is it? 13 years ago. That's right, 2003. And that is the honest truth, main sur la Bible de ma grand-mère. I did not buy it back.
By the Citroën, that's you who
And
bought
when,
it.
when
and
the
the
Escondite
trapper as
was
well.
sold in May, June this year, that money goes to Alain. It's nothing to do with me. I manage the boat. And it's the same here. I manage this trapper boat because Bengt knows nothing about boats.
Why would he have bought a boat? Come
You
on.
cannot, I promise you are
He
not.
gave you his name.
It
For
written
that, I'm out.
in
That's why
Have
he did
you
it.
read the, no you haven't. You should read what it says in the Aix-en-Provence thing about boat. Did you read it? Have
It's
you
on
read
the name of Bengt. That's what they write, of course, because it is written on the name of Bengt.
Yeah.
But you did that, but that's an old story, you know, you are not the first one and you won't be the last one who does these things. That's homme de paille, prête-nom, these things, that's known. I would understand it if it was a big Porsche, you know, then 20,000 euros or something, doesn't want to share
These things are not worth
with the
anything.
wife, but you know.
The boat trapper was given.
Yeah, that's what you say.
No, I have the man wrote it down. Monsieur Raymond, he's called. He lives in Antibes, a retraité, an ex-nurse from a hospital in Antibes.
What, a woman?
A man, a nurse. Raymond.
Nurse.
He was in holiday in his camping car in Spain, and I contacted him by SMS, and he sent me immediately, just before Aix-en-Provence. Je sous-signé déclare avoir cédé à titre gratuit mon bateau trappeur à Monsieur LinkedIn.
Mama, but this is obvious, huh? Obvious that
That
you did
for me
these things.
is not the big crime you think it is.
It's all swindle.
Because
it's all
the
cheating.
boat
That's
was
all.
not bought.
It is cheating.
Did not buy it.
It's not open. You are not open at all. So if Now
I am
let's
telling you, I'm
let's
being
look
open
into
with
the
you
future.
now. If I am completely open with you, what do you do? Do you even go worse, attack me even
No,
more?
not at all. No.
I am being open
I
with
just
you. I
want
am
my rights.
trying to tell you now what's
simply-
going on with the green car.
I want my rights.
Hugh James's car.
According to
I
the
am
law.
telling you
That's
what's
all
going
I
on.
want.
I
the
could carry
law.
on and take that away and say nothing to you, refuse to talk to you if you like.
Yeah.
But that is not nice.
So it will be get away. The
If it
Citroën
starts.
goes to L'Amour
Yeah,
on Wednesday,
that's what he said. Blah blah, verbal. Nothing signed.
and he comes to fetch it.
I will take it down there. He brings me back. Because he doesn't know how to start it. It probably won't even start.
And he doesn't care. And how much does he
And
pay
also,
for it?
there's no control technique. There's no nothing on it. So, and the tires are flat. So I don't want anyone else driving that for the first time.
And how much does he pay?
1,000 euros. If he pays, I don't know yet.
And that's not Bent who will get that money.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Wow. If you continue like that, we can't do an amiable, you know.
What is it you want me to say?
You have to
you
put
want
the cards
music in
on
your
the
ears?
table. Not music. I want the truth, the reality as it is.
What are you
on
going
the
to
table.
do with 500 euros?
Oh, you know what?
Huh?
I'm waiting.
You want 500
almost.
euros?
I'm waiting for money for eating, for food. I got from the mairie another 50 euros for buying things. 4 months I'm waiting for the RSA. Up today, still I didn't get anything.
Have you
Zero.
asked them? Have you been on the phone to them?
They wrote me now a courier on Friday, the CAF,
Hmm?
saying how much did I get June, July, August. And
From-
I did
from
the
when?
demand in June. I did it beginning of June. I said zero. They know that is the judgment and everything. And now they are asking me that. So tomorrow I go to see the mairie.
You got nothing June, July, August.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get anything. But they write the letter now. 4 months they let me starve.
But
Yeah.
did you show them a copy of the decision that says you get nothing
Of course
until
they
you go?
got everything.
So they got it.
It's a mairie
they
lady
made a
who did
mistake.
it. Not a mistake. I wouldn't call it mistake. It's just completely.
Well, if it says you get nothing, why do they think you get something?
They
Huh? Why do they think you get
they are
something?
too much bureaucrats and closed ones who can't. They do it according to the papers, to the letters, and now because it's so late, they have to ask again. I think that's
So you have to
the
go
reason.
down to the mairie
I
and
didn't get
that.
anything, so 500 would help me a lot. I
Today-
can guarantee you.
Today you should go down to the mairie and tell the woman to
Yes,
correct it.
I ring her
It's
and she
urgent.
gives me a rendezvous. Normally it is tomorrow. But, I wouldn't throw that money away, that's for sure, because I don't have money. 0, 4 months, 0. And now my sister helped me out, and Robert helped me out. I get pret. So if we want to continue like that, I don't have to lose anything. I lost already everything. So it's up to you. Think about it and talk with my lawyer if there is a chance.
I'm not
He
sure
is
your
he's
lawyer
an
would be-
honest man, that's for
I'm
sure.
not sure your lawyer would be very nice to me if I talk to him.
He is
I'm
very
not even
polite.
I'm not even allowed to talk to him. Interdit.
Whatever you want to do, he is a polite man. He has a lot of culture, and he said hello to you at
Is
the
that all?
place
Hello.
there.
So what's that
Yeah,
mean?
you didn't need
I
to
say
know.
hello to everybody.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, okay.
I say hello to
me
him
too.
too.
Yes,
Well, that
me
means
too.
nothing.
But your lawyer didn't to me.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
his-
him twice and he didn't. So
That's a
anyway,
détail.
yeah,
Détail.
detail,
S'en fout.
detail. But he is very correct. He is very, very. He does his job and he is honest, open. He is available. What else do you want? I trust in him, and it's better to talk with him than with me, because I excite myself. Oh, perhaps then I see the end of the tunnel, and then nothing happens. So I don't want to to suffer anymore. You do it directly.
The
Whatever
problem-
idea you have, you tell him.
I
Okay?
know, but I'm probably not. He probably says je n'ai pas le droit de.
Then we
you
will
are,
see.
You are my adverse. You are the opposite.
He will surely talk to you. He's not.
If you tell
He's
him,
not like that.
if you tell him,
He's not like
that's
yours.
different. But if I go on my own,
Yeah, I
out of
tell
the
him.
blue,
Of course, I
contact
tell
him,
him.
he may not even reply.
What shall I tell him? Tell me, and I tell him.
The law in the lawyer world is that they are not allowed to communicate with the partie adverse.
I know,
it
that's-
has to go
that's
through
the-
avocats.
What shall I tell him? I write him an email right away. I write him an email.
The problem is not so much that. The problem is that I'm tied with the house. The money is in the house, and the money you would want, it has to come from selling the house. Now that is the problem because you don't want to.
No, that's
let me do-
faisable.
I have to spend 2 or 3 months doing this house up. It's getting worse and worse every week.
No.
It's terrible.
Listen, no.
And then I might be able to sell it because the market at the moment
Yeah.
is worse than ever. I see things on the Bon Coin. I was looking this morning in
I
Gardefrey.
think it's.
There's a house just down here near Philip and Linda's places, or just behind there. Quite a nice situation. 2 bedrooms with lots of cellars. Needs work doing to it. They say you can put a terrace on the roof, get the view of the fort and the view of the roofs and the Alps and all the stuff we have on la planète. 190 000 euros. The 2 bedrooms.
But how many? But it is not
But
situated
no
like
garage,
that.
no garden.
Here you are. And this has 3 sides. We all know.
This is a wonderful
You
situation.
know, Andy, he liked it. He said,
I
he
know.
said, there's a lot to do
Why,
here.
why doesn't
but-
he buy it? Look,
He
he
want,
to buy it.
he want to buy
He can
something
live
in
here. He
France.
dreams of living in the forest and walking
He-
all day. He loves the
He
country.
has money for now looking for where to live, you know. He won't come here to live, that's for sure. He would
He
rather,
wants to stay in Germany.
he would rather buy something in Australia or somewhere. I could imagine. But anyway, think about it. I find also we are spoiling our times. Huh? Not only you. Don't think that. Not only you.
But how, it all comes down to you, because the lawyer's not going to decide for you. It's you who decides,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
It's me and you who decide, it's
Yes.
not them.
Yes.
You think they are running the show, they are not.
No, I'm
It's
not.
not true.
Of course not. They help. They are
I am
assistant in our
stuck
case.
with this house in bad condition. It doesn't look nice, it needs a lot of tidying up and things
Think
moving
about
around
it.
with it. Stop telling me all that time. How do I manage to raise the money to do a divorce when I'm stuck with the house? How would you do it? What are you proposing?
I
You
could.
carry on living here with all these
I
food in the
would
steps
help.
and ratchets
I
and
would help
downstairs and
Finding
gone
someone
there,
who
these
buys it.
stinks of rats, the whole place.
I would. The rats I told you we have to buy
It
a
smells,
cage.
you know? I
Yeah.
smell upstairs.
Please buy the cage. I told you where it is in that garden shop. They are honest people. 30 euros. It costs 29. And I do the rest. I do the work. I will catch them. I will catch them. I do
That's a detail.
without problems.
That's one detail amongst many other details. Where do you put your jewels now? What's that?
Will you think about it?
You're not listening to me, are you? Did you steal this?
You will think. No. Does it look like that?
Why is that in there?
I think it's just a.
Cool.
Will you think about it then? That would be a.
I don't need to think anymore about it. I have to find a solution to raise the money. I had said to my lawyer my project, because it's so my project that you have already said no some time ago.
would be to do a minimum declaration, take everything out of here and rent the house out and give you the money.
What, you will give me the whole money of the rent, what you get for
Over
this?
the years you get just like every month you get boom, 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 déduit de prestations compensatoires. Once we agree on the amount, every month it will be deduced from that, but it's in a way much better for you to have several hundreds of euros coming in every month to your pocket.
Then I would rather prefer to stay in the house and live in it.
Then I can't sell it.
Yeah,
You think you can?
if you want to sell
You
it,
think that you want me to walk out of my house and let you live here
no,
and let it go downhill even more?
no, not downhill.
Where
no.
do I live?
No, not downhill. We
Where
can
do I
talk
live?
about that. Downhill is not necessary to do.
So
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do that
So
to
your
a house.
ambition is not to move from here at all; it's to stay here.
My ambition, if you call it ambition, for me, the important is to get on with my life and make it possible. And that is only if I have a lump of money in my hands and I can begin square number one. That would mean I found it a very good idea to sell the house. I would help you to selling the house. I would bring Germans in here, Austrians, whoever you want. You can do the English people, reaching them for quickly getting someone to buy it, and then we share the money. That's the most. That was your first idea, if you remember, September 2013, and that was the best idea. And we go around and hesitating, not doing anything, waiting. We could have already sold it, you could have given me money, I would be gone already. You could have already somewhere to live.
I ask
In a
you
better
again
way,
the question. I'm not answering my question, which is a difficult answer. How on earth can we go about getting rid of this house when it's like this? No one would buy it like this.
We have to talk about
all
that.
this here.
Yeah, of course, because I haven't
They
in
walk
my
in here,
boxes.
they walk straight out. They don't want to look.
Yeah. We are not on the point
They see
selling
what
the
kind of
house, are
people
we?
have the house and they go, ooh la la, no.
We are not on the point of selling the house for the moment. We have to agree on something, and then we can do all the steps.
I know
necessary.
that. What are you willing to agree to? You say you want to carry on living here, but that's impossible. The way you do things, you live here.
I would
and
prefer-
you sell the house. I can't sell the house. Where
I
are you
would
going to put all
prefer.
this? Where
I
you put
told
it?
you. I found the first idea of yours was the best one.
You're not
I would
answering the
have
question.
accepted, and I would do that. That would be the best thing to do. I don't want you to sell the house alone, and I'm out of the business, because that's not justice.
If it's written
I
down,
lose my home.
if it's written down by a judge or a lawyer or somebody official, complètement officially contract, then you don't have to worry about who deals with selling the house or not, because I will be condemned by law to give to you the money that's in that contract.
So that now we are waiting for the
You
procès.
are always
Is it
behaving
there?
like I do things behind your back all the time. You want to be there watching how I sell the house and who I talk to and what I say.
Because
It's
you always try and do also cheating.
No.
You lie. You don't tell me anything. There is no transparence. Of course, then
You cannot-
I want to know the things. You have to put them on the table, and then
They have to
then
go
we can
on.
talk about
They
it.
have to go on paper by lawyers and all these people who make it officiel, okay? Once you have a paper that says, bon, monsieur et madame sont, c'est comme ça, are you still going to go, oh, he's going to cheat me, he's going to cheat me? You can't do that. You
What
will
do you
never,
mean?
you will-
If we agree on something, I won't do that. Of course not. I will change my
not
attitude.
blah blah,
Of
it's
course.
written down and it's fixed.
If it's written down, I will accept it, won't I?
You have to accept it because there's no other way.
But we have to see
You
what
cannot-
we write down.
You cannot have things written down and afterwards say, oh, I don't want to do it, oh, I don't know, I'm not so sure. Like you always do that. You always don't trust.
You know, it never happens that I had a paper. I never had the possibility to trust, you know, because I never got something written down.
You must stop thinking.
Except the facts you wrote you sent to your lawyer
I know
in July
past what happened in the
2014. That facts there, I saw something, the 120,000. I would have agreed, but the thing didn't happen. So if I get something on the paper, as everybody else in the world, if it is good for me or reasonable, it won't be very good for me, but reasonable, I will accept it. And if I sign, of course I accept it. That's why people do contracts, don't they?
Yeah, but look, you're not answering the question. There is a problem with if you accept that, the theory, the agreement, it's written down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you going to do anything to make this house saleable?
Of course I can, of
What
course.
will you do?
Everything I can do.
Where are you going to
No,
find
I
the
don't
sense?
have means, but I can, as I told you, I can look for, I can
Because if you
look for a
if
buyer.
we agree, every day you will have stinking maçon,
don't mind.
hammers in the walls,
I don't mind that.
échafaudage, a mess. All this has to be moved out of the
It's
room
normal.
to decorate the room. This has to go. I can't work in here all
This
this
is
in a way.
normal, we can
I
talk
have to
about
move
that.
all my furniture out of the middle of the room.
I know how it, I
It's
know,
a big
I
job.
know. Of course
It's
I
a
know.
very hard job.
I know, but it has sense because we agree on something and then we do the steps forward. Of course I know that. But I'm not different than other people, you know. If we do a contract, then things happen, change. Of course we do everything according to a
If
contract.
you say you
and,
do that, you see, it's me who has to ask you, how can I trust you? You will do that. Because no one's going to come here looking every day to see if you are putting furniture in the middle here or not, or doing it, going.
So,
You do what you like
Look.
behind everyone's back.
look,
No one
if
knows
you
what's
have
happening.
doubts,
No one comes here to have a look, and you are profiting from that. I know what happens here. I know what goes on here, and I've talked to some people about it. I don't anymore. It's a waste of time. They don't want to listen anymore. Everyone's bored with it. But I'm the only one who knows what's really going on.
what do you mean with really going on? That's
Well,
my
the
sister.
way things happen in this house is terrible. It's a pigsty.
Let's do something about it, please. I mean, if my lawyer does a paper and he thinks he's all right, I'm feeling also it's good. We sign it. My lawyer is next to me. I agree on it, and I do the steps for helping to sell it very quickly. Of course,
They won't get sold quickly.
you never know these things.
No.
Never.
Don't dream. There are many houses on the market, been on the market for years, they're very nice ones. There's one down there, red shutters, which is very nice, very well situated with a terrace, good condition, a nice view, like here. They keep on putting the price down, it's still there. There's one at the very end there, where Janie and Glenn live, next to them. Just one of those houses looking on the field to the north there. Just arrived on the market. With 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, balcon, vue des Alpes, 120 square meters. I don't think it's in very nice condition. No, it needs work doing to it. 350,000 euros. It's double the size of this one, much bigger. 4 bedrooms.
Think about it.
And one agent who visited this house, the Irishman in the village here, he came one day. He said, everything's fine here. You're missing 1 bedroom.
So there will probably, people will probably condemn this and make that into another bedroom like yours.
Yeah, yeah,
And then you
that's
have
true.
all the
That's
charm of them sitting on this kaput.
Mm.
You don't have
That's
the light
true.
in the morning.
Yeah,
You
that's
only
true.
look through here, this boring wall here,
Yeah.
and you have a garden.
Shall I mail to my lawyer that eventually whether you can contact him for eventual contract for Amiable? Shall I tell him that? Whether you should telephone him or what shall you do if you intend to do eventually an Amiable?
You have to
I
be
write
careful.
him, no problem.
You have to be careful how you use the words, huh? Don't give them ideas.
Un accord
I don't
amiable
trust any avocats, they're all
or
science.
consentement mutuel.
Yes, I know the words, but
I write him eventually you are thinking of restarting the
no,
negotiations.
you have to put it yellow.
What shall I
No,
write?
you don't write pointing the finger at me. You write saying, you write, ask him what happens if we decide, you and I, to do an amiable dans le futur proche, immediately, this week or next month or whatever it is. And is it possible to do it through him?
Okay, yeah.
Don't say
Yeah,
any
that's
more.
good, that's neutral.
Don't say any more.
Okay.
Don't say mon mari veut vous parler pour discuter. They don't like that. You
Okay.
just say you have to ask him a question so he has to decide how he reacts.
I understand.
Comprends?
More in the general form.
Voilà.
Mm.
Quelle serait la
La
solution envisagée pour un divorce pour un consentement mutuel, same as amiable. Amiable is a stupid word anyway.
yeah.
And est-il possible de faire les nécessaires par le biais de vos services? You deal with it.
Par
You know how to do that. It's difficult French.
what was the word par aider de vos services? Par nous aider
Est-ce qu'il est possible
de relancer les
No,
négociations?
to do a lot. Est-ce possible de... Est-ce que vous êtes en mesure de préparer un contrat, le contrat, vous écrivez la convention, pour se faire, in order to do it. Voilà, something like that.
Yeah, all right, I do that
Don't
today.
talk about
I
I'm
would
going
be
to bring
glad.
him, I'm going to do this.
I would be
Don't
glad
talk.
because that would be a dynamic
Ask
step
him, because I know you have
after
an
all the
enormous
stagnation we
problem
had.
with trust. Is that if it doesn't go through your lawyer, you're going to be shitting your pants for weeks and months, thinking everyone's going to do your thing in the bank, paranoia. And with yours, you seem to have this completely God-blind faith in him.
Yeah, but you
Which I
know,
think is
you
very
have
dangerous.
also your doubts
I
because
I doubt everybody. I'm very,
suspicious. You are suspicious.
of everybody.
You see? Don't call it paranoia.
Is this your
is,
sister?
yes, I will ring her. She does a sign that I have to ring her. That's
Many
the sign.
times.
Yeah, she needs me. She needs me. And now I couldn't talk to her many times. I would be glad if we could do something. You would be then I can get active again.
If you're here, it's winter. I will be very angry if you open the windows, the radiators maximum all day long. Do you know I have an enormous?
it's the season coming.
You know how much I'm paying every month? €253 a month instead of 220
For hot water
for
and
EDF electricity.
electricity general.
€33 more than last year.
And they don't give any more with
250
huh?
electricity. That's the heating,
253.
that's the warm water.
253. It's always been the same, it hasn't changed. Why do you ask me?
What is included in the
The
253?
electricity is the lights, the heating, the fridge, the washing machine, electricity.
I think.
That's only electricity.
But you get from Gazella 400.
253 is enormous.
Yeah.
You go into the CPDF and they give you advice on they say comparez aux autres maisons, faites un comparatif, how many square meters, how many windows, how many bedrooms, what kind of
How
roof.
many persons
kind
who
of
are
wall?
at home they have to see?
Yeah.
Because I'm at home, you are always
No,
out.
they go by volume
Yeah.
and the family,
And
number of people. Yeah.
It is important whether someone stays at
And
home
last year
in winter or not.
their machine, their robot, their computer, whatever it is, they said I'm paying over 100% more than the norm. More than double the normal. I know people who have houses
It depends, you know.
about this size who pay half, 120 euros a month for their electricity.
It depends also the customs. Somebody needs it warm,
You
he's
see,
ill, or he's always at home, and the other one, he is never cold and he's always out. So, or he's working, and there he has heating, and at home he doesn't need it. He comes home for sleeping. Depends, but anyway, let's think of the future and resolve it.
okay, you have to play the game and not cheat.
I will play the game, don't worry. I will, if
Because
it
your
is
money's yours.
acceptable, it has to be something which is also good for me, not only for you.
Yeah,
It
you
has to
don't-
be
you don't
something.
You don't add complications on top. And
I
cheat.
won't do that, don't worry about that.
I don't want to hear about what happens if I die in the next month or 2 months. What happens? I don't want to hear about that. It's disgusting. That anticipating someone's death.
You have to, you know, when you are doing contracts, there are clauses, they close sometimes like that. This is normal. You have to write all the cases, eventually happening cases. I sent him an email today, all right?